See, this is the most important weapon in your arsenal. But I'm not talking about your brain. I'm talking about your mind. See, our mind shapes how we view and interact with the world around us. If we have a negative mindset, our brain is subconsciously trained to see the negative and the worst in every single situation. You don't realize how that affects your actions and affects your mentality in this life. Our mindset shapes our reality. When we get into the proper mind state of abundance, success, or whatever you want, even if you into that negative dark vibe, you have to get into the right mindset before you could properly perform. See, this life we live in is a whole big stage. One big stage. We're all actors. And not everyone knows their role. Not everyone knows their place and their part on what they're supposed to play. They don't know their script. And that's because they have a clouded mind. But you can't really blame the world. I know there's attacks. There's attacks on social media. The algorithm is hijacked to make you want to scroll up and down all day. Women left and right. Funny memes. Addictive content. All of this is screwing our mind. It's always mind over matter. As the great man Kevin Samuel said, you cannot outperform your belief systems. This is also the principle of mentalism, where all is mind. All is mental. Everything you see in this external reality once came from someone's mind, someone's imaginary side of their mind, somebody's creative side of the mind. Excuse me. You have to first clear your mind and be able to receive whatever you put out from the reflection of your mind. Everything you put out in this world is a reflection of your mind, is a reflection of your inner self. We don't consciously think about our breathing. We don't consciously think about blinking, but our body is trained and designed to do that. Same goes with your mind. You know, the subconscious mind accounts for over 90% of our actions. So what have you trained your subconscious mind to do? How have you trained your subconscious mind to interact with the world outside of yourself? Because we could always be comfortable. We're always comfortable in the nest of our home. We could have as many negative thoughts, positive thoughts, dark thoughts as much as we want. But when we face the outside world and reality, whether it be giving a presentations, whether it be playing with sports, whether it be interacting with strangers, friends, family, relatives, our mind is shaping our interactions and our relationships. So if we shape our mind to be more, I don't want to say useful, but more efficient on how we interact with the world, then we could then change our life just by having a mindset shift. Everything starts with the mind. It may sound cliche to some. It may sound like BS to others, but the truth still stands. Those people who are quick to call BS, placebo, all that, they never done it. They just sit on the computer and just read all day. When the best teacher is life itself. I don't give a fuck what book you read or how you feel or what you think. Did you actually go in the field and do the trials yourself? Because once you do the trials yourself, you may have a different experience than the next man. You may have a different experience than even your parents or a close one. We get caught up on, reading, caught up on the he say, she say, caught up on doctrines, when life is the best teacher. If you adjust your mind to allow it to receive messages from life and the universe and just experiments, experiences, excuse me, then you would acquire knowledge and experience far superior than you reading up on some book. You know, reading, I say reading is good, but many people just stop at reading. People don't apply the information, and that's where the mindset comes. Either they're too fearful to apply the information, or they're just like hoarding the information in their mind. It's useless if you hoard it. We have to take in information. We have to send and receive. We don't just receive. Us humans are transmitters of energy. And if you walk around with a negative mindset, that will subconsciously show in your face. You know, people say they have a resting bitch face. Some people even look mad without even knowing it. You know the saying, be careful of the face you make because it may become permanent. And that rings true. Some people are unconscious of their facial expressions. Some people are conscious of their actions they're doing because their subconscious mind is ruling their reality. We can become aware of our subconscious mind by first training the mind, by first doing exercises for the mind. Reading is actually a good exercise for the mind. But don't get caught up with the junk reading, such as novels, sports. Read something that'd be beneficial to you, whether it be war strategies, seduction, habits. It doesn't matter what era of your life you're in. I'm more on the financial side of my life now, so I'm reading up. I'm going back in my library, just picking up old books on finance. That's where I'm at. So take the steps, take whatever level you're at in this video game called life. You dominate that level by using the resources around you. There's enough resources around for you to exercise your mind in any arena. Don't just receive. Send out what you've been receiving, whether good or bad. I'm not here to, be the judge, the morality judge. But we have to do more with our resources, and we have to do more with our minds. We have to become more conscious with what we're doing with our minds. We use our minds aimlessly, or we barely use it at all. We just function off autopilot when we're sentient, intelligent beings. Use your mind to create the life you actually want, because our circumstances don't make us. We are not our circumstances. It's always mind over matter, because the matter doesn't really matter. It's the mind that keeps going. It's the mind that has all the treasure in it. Now, are you going to use the treasure, or are you just going to hoard all the gold? The choice is yours. Man, I'm going to leave you all with that. Take care of your mind, take care of your body, and the rest will follow. So this has been More Studios. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, comment, subscribe, and until next time, be well. 1.